Policing in the 21st century is a relentless battle against violence, drugs, robbery and organised crime. And it's our inner city cops who are in the firing line. Tonight on Brit Cops Frontline Crime.
All kicking off.
Crack police squads in the thick of it.
Well, either matey here's a doctor or he uses a lot of drugs.
Tackling dealers who will do anything to hide their stash.
That's just come out of his mouth.
Searching for a lost child in the city.
Well, it's a bit of a worry she's only 6 and it is getting later and later.
And a man who has more than a strong taste for cigarettes.
Yeah, I was quite impressed. That's a good party trick.
London. With a population of almost 8 million, the use of Class A drugs is on the increase. Leading the frontline battle against the dealers and users are Hammersmith and Fulham's elite drug and robbery squads. It's a busy day in West London, and PC's Richie Hargate and Michael Payne of the Met's robbery squad have just spotted 2 known users scoring off a dealer.
These are dealers in the score. Yeah. There's geezers watching us, mate, out the... geezers watching us outside the pub, he's going to tell you.
So the tall guy, he's just scored off the black guy, I reckon.
And there's another white.
PC Hargate immediately chases after the suspects and radios to all units for assistance.
Well, now... No, because they're just looking in estate agents, which is at the junction with Cromwell Grove. After you go past Prime Video...
The suspects walk into the trap and are pulled by another unit outside an estate agent's.
You got any drugs on you?
I haven't, mate. I don't do drugs, mate.
Yeah.
I'm a drinker.
I mean, what's that crack pipe there, then? What's that?
Not believing his story, PC Hargate checks out if the man's been arrested before.
Oh, yeah, he's saying he's never been arrested for drugs before. Just give me a little bit more info on that. Hey, look at all that drugs paraphernalia there. Look at it.
Nothing to do with me.
Right, and you're telling me you've never been arrested before for drugs? Is that what you're telling me?
I've never been arrested.
Well, you're lying to me.
Call up on the radio.
I have done. They've told me. They've told me.
I've never been arrested for drugs.
It's not what she's telling me. You know, we witness drug deals every day, all right? We saw you in Richford Street involved in a drug deal with this male.
But I haven't done nothing. Not me, you haven't, because I haven't done any drug deals.
You involved?
That. I've done nothing.
You involved when a drug deal took place.
But you haven't seen it because I haven't done it.
PC Hargate's heard it all before. Although the men have no drugs on them, the units decide to split up and go in search of the dealer. Knowing the dealers never stray far from their turf, they go back to where the deal took place.
Hands on your knees, stay there. Just bang the...
And they quickly find the suspect.
Got any drugs on you?
No, I haven't.
No, really? I think you're out here dealing, mate.
Not at all.
I just saw you have a meet with 2 white guys. They've moved off. You're lingering on here. You've gone that way, you've stopped, you've gone round there, you've come back. I think you're drug dealing.
No, I'm not drug dealing
all right?
at all.
Open your mouth. Wow, that's a busy phone.
All that cash.
Call this cash.
All that cash, that's a little bit of cash.
What's
That's what I'm saying.
What's your
£10
job?
Black man have cash.
Although the man denies having any drugs, he certainly has lots of friends.
Your phone is really busy.
PC Hargate isn't completely surprised they can't find any drugs.
A lot of the time they keep their stash around, so they don't actually keep it on them. They keep it in the area where they're sort of dealing. So he's basically sort of dealing this corner here. So I'm just sort of looking around the area to see if I can find where he's hiding his stash. Is that phone still going?
While the area's being searched, the suspect's phone just doesn't stop ringing.
You are one of the most popular men I've ever met.
Not happy with the man's story, PC Hargate decides to take him back to the station to see if he can get anything more out of him. 2 miles away, PC's Stephanie Tan and Darren Christopher are responding to an emergency call about a possible assault.
Got a call to a bar on King Street, the main street in Hammersmith. A woman's just come in to say she's been a victim of domestic violence. Has asked the barman to call the police for her. can.
Once at the bar, the woman shows PC Tan her arm and says she's been bitten.
When did he do that?
Today.
Today?
Today, yes.
Okay.
He wanted to take my jacket off me.
Oh, who is he?
It's my ex-fiancé.
Your ex-fiancé?
Yeah, and well, we met to...
You're lying. We're having a drink. No, I did
Okay.
not beat her in
All
any
right.
shape, manner, or
Okay,
form.
listen to me, all right?
Sorry,
All
I'm
right,
a Jehovah's
sit down.
Witness.
Sit
I'm a
down
Jehovah's
with me.
Witness. I'm a
Okay.
Jehovah's Witness.
All right, listen to me.
Sorry.
All right, you're going to be arrested for domestic assault, okay? Do you understand?
As with all domestic incidents, PC's Tan and Christopher have to quickly find out both sides of the story.
Well, that's fine.
I never hit her.
She's told me she's hit her. She's got a very
I
big
never-
bruise on her arm, which I've
That
seen.
wasn't me.
Okay.
In a
She's
shape, manner, or
alleged that
form.
you are the suspect
No.
for this, so you're going to be taken
No.
in, all right?
I haven't hit her in any shape, manner, or form.
But the man can't understand why the police were called or why he's being arrested.
I'm not a demon. I'm not a devil. I never laid a single hand on her.
The backup unit arrives, and while the woman is taken to one side, the man is still protesting his innocence.
From what she's told us, you're not just having a quiet drink, are you?
I was.
All right?
I haven't touched her. I've been sitting in here. I've
Your leg
touched
over.
her. Can you not leave my fiancé?
I haven't done anything, just stay calm.
Because the police suspect that an assault has taken place, the man is taken into custody.
The female's spoken to Steph, and she's alleged that the chap's assaulted her at some point today. So he's subsequently been arrested on suspicion of common assault.
Back at Hammersmith Police Station, PC Hargate's suspected crack dealer has suddenly become aggressive. And the officers have had to forcibly restrain him.
Hey, stop struggling. That's just come out of his mouth.
But the aggression has a strange twist. The man has just regurgitated a bag of crack. Fearing that he might have more drugs inside him, they call for urgent backup.
Listen to me, we found these drugs in your mouth, all right?
But they're not sure if the man has any more drugs to bring up, so he's restrained and rearrested.
About 20 rocks in here, so you're under arrest for possession of Class A drugs with intent supply.
Cuffed, he's quickly taken to a cell to be strip searched. But they don't find any more drugs on him. It seems they were all down his throat.
Quite often now, we've found that drug dealers, a lot of them, are sort of developing an ability to keep the drugs basically lodged in their throat and then regurgitate them when they want. We've seen that they can't do this indefinitely, and sooner or later they have to sort of regurgitate the drugs up. And basically that's what's happened here. When we've originally stopped them, they're lodged in his throat, at the back of his throat, where you can't see them. He started talking to us, and it was clear to see, it's quite a large amount, clear to see this gone in his mouth.
Coming up, the terrifying dangers facing the frontline cops.
This is the knife that he had on him when the officers stopped and searched him. Quite a nasty weapon.
Stand still.
How one woman steps in and saves a man from being nicked.
Yeah, it's a loss at this point. It's going through the estate.
And how the search for a stolen red moped can make you colourblind.
We get tunnel vision, don't we? Everything red. There's a red bus. Quick, a red light.
It's a new day in West London, and PC's Joe Walsh and Santo Sorci of the Robbery Squad are responding to a call about a stolen moped.
LOS Moped. It's just been stolen a few minutes ago from Prothero Road. Informant believes that the person who stole it might live on the Clemently. Don't know how they know that. To the Clemently, please, driver.
Description is a white male, maybe Spanish-looking, dark short hair, wearing a dark black t-shirt and jeans.
Yeah, received, thanks. Who's this? He looks Spanish. Yeah, it's a loss at this point. It's going through the estate.
Unable to get their car along the walkway where the suspect rode off, they race to the other side of the estate.
Informants just rang to say there's two 15-year-olds stripy tops with a red moped.
What's your top speed running, Joe? 20 miles an hour? 25? Wow. Might be in luck.
If they have to go into the estate, PC Walsh might need all her running speed.
Yeah, we're getting the runaround from this LOS Moped. Just wonder if you could pop down to Clemently, Lily Road, Riverdown Road area. Try and squeeze it.
This could be a long day for the Robbery Squad. It's late afternoon and PC's Chris Hockenhull and Stacey Treffery are responding to a call about a possible burglary.
Suspects is served from a burglary where the suspect's been seen to make off in a purple car with a female driver.
They race to the area and immediately start a search around the estate looking for the car used in the alleged burglary. But as soon as they begin their search, they get a report that the car has been stolen. For these seasoned cops, it sounds too convenient.
Basically, we believe the occupants of that car have done the burglary. They've been spotted, so they've kind of made up some concocted story that the vehicle's been stolen because they've been spotted.
Smelling a rat, they decide to meet the woman who phoned in the theft of her car.
How you doing, you all right? What actually happened then?
The woman appears very upset, but PC Chris Hockenhull knows that they're looking for two suspects, one of whom is a woman.
I need to explain something to you, OK? Just before you report your car being stolen, literally just before, a burglary happened. But you matched the description of one of the people involved in the burglary. And it makes me think, well, wait a minute, somebody's seen you. Listen, I can understand that you're going to go, no, it wasn't us. I just jumped out of the car, two people have jumped in my car. You look at it from our point of view, somebody's just done a burglary, right? Yeah. They get spotted by members of the public. They suddenly go, oh, sugars, we've been caught because I'm using my own car. I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll just report it stolen to get out of it. Because to be honest with you, we don't get that many women that are involved in burglaries around Hammersmith.
Not happy with what she says, PC Hockenhull arrests her.
At the moment, you're under arrest on suspicion of burglary, all right?
Still not happy with her story, PC Hockenhull then tries to reason with her.
I hate people trying to take the piss out of the police because we're not stupid. I've been doing this for far too long to say none of this adds up to me.
The woman is taken back to Hammersmith Police Station, where she will be questioned and tested to see if she's taken any drugs.
The purpose of the test is to see whether or not you have offence of a specified Class A drug, namely crack cocaine or heroin in your body. If the result of the test is positive, you will be required to see a drugs worker by law. You must remain for that duration of that assessment, and they may give you a follow-up assessment that you must also attend.
With the woman arrested, PC Hockenhull and his team will still have to find the other suspect. On an estate in West London, PC's Walsh and Sorchi are still hot on the trail of the red moped thief.
If only it was facing the other way, we would have never turned it around in time.
Coming into this estate here, find lost or stolen vehicles abandoned down here because it's dark and dingy and full of nooks and crannies where they can abandon and then run off. It's very difficult to get round in a car.
With so many places to hide, they decide to continue the search on foot.
I'll have a little walk through.
But the estate is like a rabbit warren with a network of alleyways and dead ends. Even the names of the roads seem to be mocking them. It looks like they could be here for a while yet. PC's Richie Hargate and Michael Payne get a call that uniformed officers are tackling 5 teenagers on a garage forecourt.
All kicking off.
Backup is urgently needed. The youths have knives and drugs on them.
We've got officers that are requesting for police assistance. They've stopped a car and the occupants of the car are being violent towards them, so we're just kind of their assistance now.
London has over 20 knife crimes a day, so there's no time to lose getting to the scene.
The uniformed guards have stopped this car here. There's 5 youths in there. They've searched one of them, who's been found with a knife on him. He's been arrested, and the other occupants of the car have become quite violent and aggressive towards the officers. So everyone's been detained, and they'll be taken back to the station where I think they're going to be strip searched for drugs.
As the men are taken back to the station, PC Hargate and his team now face further problems from members of the public who accuse them of heavy-handedness.
Just 2 cars would have done all you needed. You didn't have 6 cars.
No.
Is it not possible that could have been done with 1 car?
No, it can't. Because there's 4 people that have got drugs and knives on them. Police officers have only got a certain amount of equipment. We don't carry guns.
Therefore, many situations where people are carrying knives, we have to turn up in numbers for our own safety. I was explaining this to the gentleman, but he didn't really seem to understand that. He felt that 2 cars would have been sufficient, and that's all we needed to deal with 4 or 5 youths who were potentially carrying knives, guns and whatever else.
Later, back at the station, PC Richie Hargate shows the knife that was taken from one of the men.
Blade's probably about 3 inches long, quite a nasty weapon. The officers are going to interview him as to what he's doing carrying this knife in a public place. Why is he going on him? They'll interview him, and then a decision will be made as to whether they're going to charge him or not.
Back on the West London estate, PC's Walsh and Sorchi are still on the hunt for the red moped thief and are stopping motorists to see if they have any information.
Have you seen a red moped being driven around here by young lads? Can you know?
Go on.
Yeah, well, so it's okay. Was it just one rider or 2, one person on it? Right, lovely. Thank you very much for your help.
There is a red moped parked up down there.
Everything that is red is now getting their attention.
Nope. Probably wouldn't lock it
But
up.
officers are now in danger of seeing red everywhere.
We get tunnel vision, aren't we? Everything red. There's a red bus. Quick, a red light.
But with the day nearly over, the search will have to be taken up another time. It's nearly midnight, and the rapid response team of PC's Chris Hockenhull and Alex Townsend have been called to a possible violent assault. Arriving at the scene, they immediately arrest a man.
Get on the floor.
You don't need to handle me like that.
Right,
Turn over on your front, mate.
It's quiet.
Calm yourself down, mate, all right?
Listen, chill.
He admits to possessing an unusual weapon.
A wine opener.
You got a what?
A wine opener.
A wine opener, where's that?
He claims he did it in self-defense because a man touched him.
It was one gay man tried it with me. I wasn't having it. What is it?
Been detained.
He grabbed my ass. I was like, hold on.
What are you saying? Is he ident? Is he? Yeah.
You don't need to handle me no way, I'm telling you.
We just want to make sure you've got nothing on you shouldn't have.
No, I got a wine opener. Yeah? Don't worry, I'm telling you, trust me.
Crowds are beginning to gather and the situation could turn heavy. It's up to PC Chris Hockenhull to try and calm things down.
Look, yeah, God never made man and man
chill out,
for men.
Chill out a minute. Chill out.
All right, I'll chill out.
If you...
I'm a person I can cooperate, yeah?
Listen.
You don't tie the cuffs too tight on me, blood.
Listen.
That's cutting my hands. You know,
Listen.
Stop
shouting and
I'm not shouting, I'm talking.
Right, chill out then. If you chill out enough, I'll take the cuffs out and put them around the front.
The police officers are now joined by the man's friends in helping to defuse the situation.
So why have you got my mum's corkscrew for? That's disrespect, and my mother is dead. That's from her house, man. What's the matter with you?
Man, it's 14. No, you can't do nothing.
Well, we're not going to do that.
The confusion grows as it's not certain who assaulted who.
We just need to find out if he's going to make any allegation about you, whether you ran after him with that. Yeah. You know you can't be doing that. All right, mate.
Let me tell you that.
Let me get some notes.
Understand? If I want
pretty blunt corkscrew. Hasn't even got a sharp end, to be honest.
PC Hockenhull finally gets to grips with the problem in the shape of a family friend.
Has he been drinking today?
He has been. He's been in the. We've been in there with him. He's been drinking. Yeah.
We'll sort it out.
Yeah, but I can know that he hasn't really done an incident with anybody else because he wasn't.
As long as he's all right, and he's not making any. He hasn't pulled the cords.
No.
But you've got to understand, in this, the way.
Yeah, the situation's happened, but I must tell you, he has been with me in there cooking all the time.
Okay.
Quiet.
With the woman trying to calm the situation down, things have just got worse.
Shut up then. Because it was an incident.
PC Hockenhull has just heard that the person who allegedly touched the man has made a counter-allegation of robbery. As a result, they have no option but to arrest him.
I'm going to kill myself.
No, you won't. Corey, you just can...
Calm down, mate.
Be sensible.
Get me.
Sit down. Just be good, right? Go.
With the woman still trying to calm things down, PC Hockenhull announces a new twist.
The allegations were made, he was arrested for the attempted robbery, but then it turns out that when the inspectors asked him to come down to the station to do a statement, The victim, as I'm putting inverted commas, has completely refused to give any details, refused to give a statement. So going to be de-arrested and hopefully taken by that nice lady who's just trying to chill him out at the moment. He's doing my head in, to be honest, so the quicker he goes, the better, to be honest.
Come out of the van. He's coming out again. I told you, chatting rubbish.
You're de-arrested.
We're now going to take the handcuffs off you,
and then I'm going to walk
hopefully
you down there.
you're going to go with this nice lady here.
And I'm going to walk you down there.
Going to make you. Do you like coffee?
Yeah, that's what you're going to need. Come home. Come do that. Yeah.
With the man firmly in the woman's care, it might have been better for him if he'd gone with the police.
Here, come on. I got time.
Sit down or I put you down.
Coming up, drugs on the streets.
Well, either mate here's a doctor or he uses a lot of drugs.
West London in gridlock.
Can we open up the bus lane? Buses have just stopped there, so they're going to have to stay here then.
And a 6-year-old missing girl sparks a massive police hunt.
Well, this is a bit of a worry. She's only 6 and it is getting later and later.
Every day, over 3 million vehicles use London's roads, but it only takes one accident to bring its arteries to a standstill. It's a busy Wednesday, and Hammersmith and Fulham's patrol car with PC Sean Snaith has been called to an accident. A woman has been run over by a truck.
Right, we've got a female casualty hit by a lorry on Shepherd's Bush Green and units requiring urgent assistance.
The accident has happened at Shepherd's Bush Green. It couldn't be worse. It's one of West London's main traffic hubs, but right now it looks more like a car park.
She's got a severe injury to her leg at this moment in time, that's all we know, and she's partly trapped under the lorry. We're trying to deal with the traffic while we've got other units already down the bottom there, dealing with the accident itself, so we don't have a gridlock, and before long everything will be at a standstill.
With no time to lose, PC Snaith is immediately thrown into making plans to divert the traffic. But there's a problem. There's nowhere to divert it to.
Can we open up the bus lane, or is it not far enough down? The buses have just stopped there, so they're going to have to stay here then.
This is being classified as a serious incident, and nearly 40 emergency personnel are now involved.
The buses should have already been contacted.
Yeah, Gold Badge has been contacted already. That's no problem.
But whilst the traffic flow is important, the main priority is the well-being of the woman.
Although it is interesting, she probably doesn't need everyone gawping at her, so if you've got no need to be here, if I can ask you to please move along, you are free to go around the outside of the corner.
The minutes tick by as the medics fight to free the woman.
At the moment, we've got the fire brigade down. They're going to remove a tyre to make sure we can get the lady's injured leg out from under the lorry. We're not sure if it's completely trapped, it's all a precaution. Likewise with the Hems team that's turned up, they're not taking any chances. We're treating it as serious as possible, and we can always drop it down rather than miss anything.
With the Hems team, the helicopter emergency medical team standing by, it's an anxious time. Finally, they get the news they've been waiting for.
Good news. Fire brigade weren't needed to cut her out. The doctors managed to remove her anyway. Worst case scenario, it's a fractured leg, broken leg. She's got a 6-inch cut to her leg that's swollen up. She's obviously in shock and a broken leg. Not life-threatening or anything more sinister than a damaged leg at this stage. She's going off to Charing Cross Hospital, and the road should be open up in the next 20 minutes or so. That's a result. Not often you get hit by a lorry and nothing goes wrong.
It's 3:30 p.m. and PC's Richie Hargate and Santo Sorci of the Met's Robbery Squad get a call about a possible drug deal.
They've got a couple of males stopped in an area known for Class A drug dealings.
Me?
Joining other units in the quiet residential street where the deal was alleged to have taken place, it's not long before one man starts to kick off.
Sit down. Sit down.
He'll get the camera off me then.
Sit down or I put you down.
Off me.
Sit down or I put you down. Do what you're told.
The officers have seen someone drop a wrap of heroin, but not surprisingly, everyone denies it's theirs.
I think it smells like some heroin.
No, he thinks I had some on me because he found one on the floor, yeah?
Really?
Yeah, really. Look how many of us here are here. What, and it's just mine, yeah?
I've unwrapped this little piece of paper here, and it's got a brown powder in that suspect is heroin. We've stopped these males. He's dropped one rock and he's sat on the fence and he's dropped it over the fence as I've stopped him.
With everyone being held and questioned, it's not long before another one of them starts shouting the odds.
Absolutely fucking ridiculous. No one's done nothing. No one's done a thing. Why don't you search me and let me go about my business, please? All right? I've got nothing on me, not at all. I don't even drug test me. I have nothing. I do not take drugs. I was walking.
As the police continue to search for drugs, the suspects are becoming more aggressive.
Told you.
No, not
I forgot what he said. You must have written it down, innit? Did you see me writing anything down? Tell you the truth, I weren't looking at you, mate. Did you not? Oh. Stay still. Calm, mate. Don't fuck. You got any shots?
One man continues to deny that he dropped any drugs when the officers have seen him do it.
This male, upon seeing us, dropped a small wrap of brown powder. Yeah, I've been dropped which I believe to be heroin. Prove it. So at the moment he's under arrest for possession of heroin. Prove I dropped it. Prove I dropped it. I'm not going to argue, yeah? You didn't drop it. You didn't see me do shit, because I didn't drop nothing. Shut up. Yeah, I'll shut up, yeah?
This man claims to have no drugs on him, but admits to being a user.
You got any other drugs on you? Nope. Looking to school? Nope. What shops for?
Not when I do score. I'm not looking to score right now.
Oh, right. So it's memoirs.
Apart from all his drug users' paraphernalia, the man also seems to collect Oyster travel cards.
You're going to be upset when they take the Oyster card away, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Whose are all these?
Mine.
Why have you got 4?
Sometimes I forgot I've had one, lost it, find it again.
Really?
He also seems to collect SIM cards.
Whose are these SIM cards?
Mine.
Where do you get got them from?
Phones I've been given.
Going through the man's bag, PC Sorchi discovers a large quantity of syringes.
Well, either matey here's a doctor, or he uses a lot of drugs. Take your pick. We have a crack pipe here. Lots of syringes.
Taylor.
You say heroin?
Yeah.
I'd say heroin too. Yeah. But unfortunately no heroin. Maybe you're still going to go buy some today, who knows?
Although they find no drugs on them, it's been decided to take some of them back to the station for further enquiries.
Van is here. Your carriage awaits.
Well, you sit down. Save yourself.
Standing or sitting, this man is nicked, and for the squad, it's a good result.
We drive around the area, we've seen 3 guys on the corner, they're just up there. We've spun round and they've moved back to this area here. As we've pulled up, they all look quite startled to recognise the car straight away. As we've got out and gone to speak to them, the guy that's in the black jacket has been arrested by me. He dropped this little wrap which has got brown powder in it, which will be heroin. The other chap, the big black geezer, he had a wrap very similar to that as well in his possession. So 2 guys have been arrested for possession of heroin. They're all drug users. You can see by the state of them, they're the people that take drugs and commit crime to fund their habit, basically. So 2 arrests and showing the local neighbourhood that we're out there dealing with these people. So good result, really.
It's early evening and PC's Matt Tarrant and Robin Parsons get a call that all police dread, a missing child.
We are currently heading to a house where a 6-year-old's gone missing. We'll go take some details, search the room, make sure she's not at the address, and then go anywhere where her parents believe she might have gone, search the streets, friends' houses, that kind of thing, to find her as soon as possible.
Foxtrot Hotel from 2-1. We're around the White City. Can you pass us a description of this kid and we'll start an immediate search for her?
A missing child always takes priority, and the first job is to try and establish her last movements.
We're looking for a 6-year-old girl, mixed race girl. She's wearing a blue and white striped top. I don't suppose you've seen anybody around like that, have you? No? Okay. Thank you.
Obviously, because it's such a young child, only 6 years old this time of night, we treat this as something called a critical incident. We've got as many units as we can that are free in and around the area now, looking We got one unit with the family, getting any details they can where she may be. And we'll continue our search and hopefully find her. Of course, it's a bit of a worry, she's only 6 and it is getting later and later.
Having driven around the area, PC's Tarrant and Parsons now continue the search on foot. It's getting very dark and the search has now been expanded to gardens and lockups.
We think, well, in a lot of these circumstances, we find them safe and well. They've generally been totally oblivious to what's happening, been with friends or around even another mother's house, and the mother's been totally oblivious to the fact. They may have lied and said they had permission to be there, that kind of thing. And they'll be happily playing right now, but in a building somewhere, so we can't find them. But obviously we've got to take the precaution that that might not be the case, and it might be worse than that, unfortunately. So we do throw everything we've got at it to make sure we get a good as possible ending.
Time is now racing by and the police are beginning to get very concerned.
So now we've got that many units here that every call that's coming in, and requesting it, local boroughs, neighbouring boroughs to come out and assist us with taking other calls. So it's still our priority at the moment. It's obviously everybody's safety, but this little girl is and always will be our priority at the moment until we find her.
It's quite dense here.
Finally, after what seems like hours, good news comes over the radio.
That's good.
Well, that's a bit of a relief. She's been found. Not sure the circumstances yet, but I believe safe and well, which is fantastic news. And it's got quite worrying. She had been missing quite a while, and so there's a lot of us looking, trying to make sure she wasn't lying injured somewhere, anything like that. But thank goodness she's back home, safe and well, and we shall resume our normal duties.
It's 2:30 a.m. and PC Chris Hockenhull and Sergeant Chris Penman are coming to the end of a long night shift when they come across a character well known to the team.
What's his name?
Oh.
Yeah.
It looks like there's been a violent bust-up between the man and a woman.
Whatever! Listen.
Whatever!
Listen.
Wanker!
Oi! Undercover!
The man's obviously the worse for wear, and PC Hockenhull has got to try and sort out what's happened.
You look like some sort of cunt in a uniform.
A witness gives a clue as to why the fight started and why the man seems so angry.
Do you see she take his beer?
She took his beer?
Yeah, see?
Right. Yeah,
That's why she fight with him.
No, he's just being an idiot.
It seems it was all over a can of beer, but the man's pushing his luck and seems to want to be arrested.
We came round the corner and you're having a big argument in the street. What do you know? I don't know, for some beer. She nicked your beer or something and that's it.
Yeah, well, she's gone on for what?
She never called the police or anything, it was just we were there. We're not going to arrest you. I mean, it's been a bit of a set two between him and his girlfriend. I think his girlfriend tried to nick his beer and they've had a bit of an argument about it. As you can see, he's a bit of a big chap, but nobody's making any allegations, so we'll just let him go on his way. We've met him before. He's slightly a bit mad. He gets on with Kidney very well, though. Very well suited.
Reflecting on the fact that he's not going to be arrested, the man decides to chill out on the bonnet of a police Q car and then go on his way, with a little encouragement. Coming up, a robber who made off with the money and the till.
The male suspects then come into the newsagents and walk behind the counter and stolen the till of it.
Hands out for a second. Don't light it up for a minute.
And a man who has more than a strong taste for cigarettes.
I was quite impressed. That's a good party trick.
With over 9,000 miles of London roads to patrol, it's the role of the police to keep people safe on them. But sometimes it's not easy. It's early morning and PC Sean Snaith of Hammersmith and Fulham Police gets an unusual call about a man in the middle of the road on the A4.
A homeless man who's wandering in and out of traffic near the Hammersmith flyover, apparently begging. He's going to get himself knocked over if he isn't careful. However, he is a regular. We know who he is, and we're going to... if he is in the road and he is begging, we may well have to arrest him, partly for his own safety.
Arriving at the scene, they find the man who's been seen begging in the middle of the road.
That's our man. Stay there and don't move.
I'm not going nowhere. I can't walk on.
Well, you managed to walk in the middle of the road again, haven't you? Why were you walking in the middle of the road begging again?
I'm street corner, post what's from the dog in. I'm walking the gutter.
Rubbish. You're going to get yourself run over one of these days.
I'm very good extra officer.
While PC Snaith is taking down his details, the man decides it's time for a cigarette.
Don't light it up for a minute.
I swallow. I swallow dog in all the time.
Yeah, you do that. That's a good idea. I like that.
Am I neat?
Not yet, you ain't.
The man denies he was begging, but claims he was only crossing the road.
You must think I was born yesterday. We don't get phone calls for people crossing the road.
I was crossing the road, sir.
So if I find out that you've been begging in the middle of the street, in the middle of the flyover, you are being arrested. All right?
While PC Snaith radios the CCTV unit to check if he was begging, the man is still protesting his innocence. But having no conclusive evidence from the CCTV, PC Snaith decides to caution the man.
This is what's going to happen. You're not going to be arrested, okay? Because technically I found you on the pavement, and I haven't seen you begging.
Thanks very much.
However, I know in 5 minutes' time I'm going to get called back to you walking in the middle of the road begging.
Yes.
When I do, you're being arrested. Yes. So a word to the wise. Stay on the pavement. Yeah. Stay on the pavement. Stay out the roads and wander off. Okay? Do not go playing with the traffic. Okay? And if you're crossing the road, look both ways. Right. You can go. Come with me. Come on.
With PC Snaith's words of caution ringing in his ears, the man is taken to the pavement for his own safety.
Right. Stay on this side of the railings, not in the road. If I have to come back, you're arrested. All right?
Head down south again tomorrow.
So, no, you won't be let out this time.
Well, that's kidnapping, isn't it? One of the guys have setting a person up in the cell.
Off you go.
But this man is not going to follow PC Snaith's warning. He decides to go straight back into the road.
Willful obstruction of the highway. Foxtrot tell.
Finally, PC Snaith's patience has worn too thin, and the man is arrested.
Yeah, I've tried several times to get rid. He's having none of it.
The diamonds and the jewellery all day long. I walk around London with the dogs.
You're not going anywhere. You're standing there, pull him over onto the railings, onto the cycle lane.
Let's get you out the way.
Basically, infringement of civil liberties.
Breaching your civil liberties. You're breaching my eardrums. Here comes the cavalry. Please mind your head.
He's left them with no choice. For his own safety and that of other road users, they've got to take him in.
See.
I got files.
That'll do. Kneel down. Awesome. Oh, I love my job. He's one of our regulars. He's forever begging out on Hammersmith Broadway. Unfortunately, recently he's taken to wandering in the middle of the fast lane of the A4 to try and get people to slow down and give him some money. We gave him every opportunity to move out of the way. We've dragged him out of the way. He still wouldn't go. In the end, we've had to nick him for willful obstruction of the highway. Basically, for his own safety. He's got nowhere to live. We'll take him in and process him down at the station.
It's a busy morning, and PC Stephanie Tan and Darren Christopher have answered a call to a robbery at a newsagent's. But they also discover that there was a robbery in the street as well.
And then he grabs me round the neck from behind, puts his fist in here, says, money, 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 and he goes into all my pockets, and I give him the £10, so that's all I've got.
While the victim of the street robbery gives PC Tan his statement, PC Christopher is searching for clues inside the shop. And this one is different. It looks like he not only stole the takings, but part of the till as well. Another witness has come forward. This man has got a cast-iron description. He took a photograph of the robber.
I've got a photo of him running past my apartment, carrying the money till in his right hand.
He's possibly taking his jacket off.
At this stage, I don't know how much cash has been stolen. He's obviously dumped the till, taken the cash. From my colleague outside, I understand that the victim's a witness has seen the suspect and taken a few photos on his digital camera. What we'll have to do, obviously, is just try and get those downloaded to some form of hard copy, so that can be used as evidence.
The man was also caught on CCTV, but before he can view it, PC Christopher gets to grips with the controls.
The blatant way in which he did it, would suggest that he's going to be around and about, and is obviously quite desperate for cash. So hopefully we're going to catch him later on.
While the CCTV is being checked, PC Tan is searching the immediate area for the jacket that the suspect was seen to throw off.
It's a very common thing. They'll, commit a robbery, theft, whatever they're going to do, and then they'll either have a change of clothing underneath, so they'll just quickly whip off their outer gear, or they'll take off their jumper. So the descriptions are then different.
Although PC Tan can't find the jacket, they have one further piece of evidence. A member of the public has found and returned the stolen bit of the till.
I think our scenes of crime examiner is coming out to have a look at the till, which, again, nice member of the public has brought back for us where he dumped it. So they'll have a look at that, see if they can get any fingerprints, you never know.
It's Friday morning and PC's Martin Warnes and Chloe Harrison are responding to a call which sounds all too familiar.
I've just got a call come out to a male laying in the road outside of the local magistrate's court. Unknown why he's lying in the road, possibly drunk, so we're going to have a look, see if we can do anything for him.
It's as they suspect. It's the same man that was arrested 2 days earlier for the same offence of begging in the road.
Up you get, up you get.
They've robbed my money.
PC's Harrison and Warnes take him to the pavement and he's given the same caution as before.
Listen to me. One more time you go into that road. One more time you go into the road and you stop the traffic, you will be arrested.
Whatever.
Despite all the warnings to him, he goes back into the road again. It appears that this could be part of a huge game for this man.
You've had your chance. Out you get out the road. You're under arrest for willful obstruction of the highway. You do not have to say anything. I've warned you several times about going in the road and obstructing the highway.
I'm sore, miss. My hands are rotting.
Look, they're really loose.
They're bleeding,
Look how loose they are.
They're bleeding.
How loose they are.
Still complaining that someone stole his money, it's back into the police van again.
Careful with the step.
They've robbed my money, officer, don't
You want me that step?
They've robbed my money.
Sit.
They've robbed my
Come and sit on
money.
the seat.
They're piles on me.
Alright. As long as you're happy like that. Had to be arrested, really. Otherwise, he would have either got run over or stopped the traffic, or it's inevitable. I warned him twice, so...
Once again, the man is taken away for his own safety. But how long will it be before he's back on the road begging?